The loser of it goes toward that consolidation final, of course, for a second opportunity. So both these two teams have two best of three to try and get their slot. Snappy actually let Eternal Fire work their way up ramp. I think he's aware it could be a possibility, but could get caught by Xantares. And of course, there's plenty of utility in position as well here for Eternal Fire for this site take. Little right-click smoke over the top of Yellow Wall to block off Elevator. But he did well to remove Xantares from the play. And in the meantime, while Wicadia tries to push his way forward, Snappy's found 2 kills in return. His fellow IGL, Maja, will take him down there, and Dupree's very fast on this flank. Should get the kill, but doesn't. That gives Wicadia a slight opportunity, but he's got to find a way to pick up the bomb first.
Yeah, they have to work a way back in. It's a little awkward for him. He knows it's guarded from one side here. Out of the sandbags. Risky fights, but Madden just doing his best trying to stay alive. Okay, both located. Now have to isolate the 1v1s. Don't allow them to close the gap on him. It's going to happen, though. Magisk will eventually overwhelm. Takes a bit of time, but he will indeed go down. I think, for me, plenty of opportunities there for Wicadia to maybe battle back in. Again, this is another game that you've got to get past, man. But it really does feel like we have a meeting of two fantastic squads here with great potential, and they've shown their ceilings. Absolutely both of them deserving of qualifying. You know, you might say, okay, Heroic at the moment, poor run of form. OG, still a team that is lacking some of that firepower, lacking some of those pieces. Maybe arguments for Cloud9 as well. But Eternal Fire and Falcons, it feels like the right time for them to qualify through. It feels like a good time, particularly for Eternal Fire, I would argue, for them to place well at Rio. So it all begins here with Vertigo. Slow creep up the ramp. It all begins here on ramp, as it does with so many rounds. Not showing at the moment. It will slow down for just a second. They move into the meat grinder. Snappy pushes forwards. Madden only goes 1-for-1 as well. There's still some Pius in the site he needs dealing with. Alex got to be careful. Yeah, knows what's up. Doesn't want to give his position away as the bomb goes down. Here's a footstep, maybe. Some Pius loses his life. Woxic not finished. Sets up another here. Dupree in the 1v1 all of a sudden, though. Is he going to find it? No, he won't. Calyx creeping round. Clutches up as the smoke dissipates.
All Calyx and all Woxic. I have absolutely no clue how they found a way to win that one. Considers the fact that Calyx could still be toward Gap, but he smartly takes map control while Dupree is in the sort of the middle of dealing with his teammate. And yeah, it comes through from Elevator. Dupree was aware of that possibility, but it doesn't work out for Falcon somehow. That does, though. Great boost in the following round to get Madden's M4 in position. It removes Xantares from the game, and Snappy once again finds a kill on that MP9 to deal with Maja. Slow start for Xantares on Vertigo. Certainly unlike him, and Snappy just being a menace right now.
Bit of a monster, isn't he, to be fair? I think it's the kind of game where he likes to thrive. Back in the day, I'm talking like Heroic, you know. He really was quite an aggressive player.
Yeah.
And maybe toned it down a little as his ability and, of course, the game as well really did not like that kind of play style anymore. But having a bit of fun with it on Vertigo, and Eternal Fire are a team as well that I think like to dictate the pace. So if you're the ones messing around with them, then you can set yourself up for a pretty good round. 4v2 now, location spotted. Ooh, nice from Wicadia. And that's what happens, you know, you walk straight into the bullet. Snappy may well be humbled a lot faster than he was expected. Want to finish this round off though, fellas. Wicadia falls. Calyx has to join him. Some Pius on the 5-7. At a decent range there to give Falcons through.
Yeah, a bit of revenge after Woxic, hit that jiggle headshot in the previous round to somehow recover it for Eternal Fire.
Got to start laying down some presence, man. If the Falcons can make Vertigo work, I would be somewhat surprised. You know, it is one that's sort of in their repertoire at the moment. Magic's going to open up. Uh-oh. This is not looking too good. Madden does go down quite quickly to Wicadia. Oh, good creep. The sense of timing on this guy, I noticed it yesterday as well. You know what I mean? So many of the moves. He just knows what's up, man. They got a kill towards B, sort of stairs, main, however you want to call it. And he's like, okay, if there's a guy coming here, I know he's going to be around at this time. And now he's just crept in behind through the smoke. It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous from Wicadia. That's got to give him the round. Fights off a bit more. He will be punished, but surely Eternal Fire cleanup.
That's a kill through the smoke comes through, or maybe some utility gets put into practice to force one open. It's not going to be easy for Falcons, and as such, Snappy is not close with his incendiary that could have perhaps delayed a bomb plant. So Snappy and Sunpius will choose to save. AK recovered. Snappy makes sure he grabs it and then sprints back behind the elevator in case someone was looking for an exit kill.
Alex, ooh, that felt like it should have been his. Sunpius takes his first frag and doesn't even take a single point of damage, Trav. Kind of wild none of those bullets land, to be honest.
Straight up whiff.
Again, Eternal Fire. Yeah, but proper big
whiff.
man whiff. You know, it's not even like you've shot him in the sort of top of the neck and it doesn't register as a headshot.
Just miss.
Yeah, just straight miss.
Yeah.
Straight silhouette. Straight Pulp Fiction moment. There you go, there's a reference for you. Magisk. Making his own references, because that is a typical play of one of the best angles the game has ever known.
Absolutely, that was clean from Magisk, and Xantares has not had much luck in this opening stage of this game. Bless him. 0 and 7 gets boosted up as the player who's looking to hit that entry on the default box, and Magisk, well, he hits 2 headshots before Xantares can hit 1.
But then also, there is another one tomorrow. You know, so it's this fight that you have between the body and the mind and trying to stay present, and maybe at the moment Eternal Fire kind of losing that. Another death for Xantares. Pius is just given full run. Not a single kill comes round. A beautiful double spray down from Madden as well. Falcons, they want this. They are really playing well right now.
He and Sunpius, 22 kills between them and only 5 deaths. They're gaming right now. And Eternal Fire struggling to get going. Okay, will start this round against Snappy though. That's maybe a start. And AK, of course, now available. Magisk needs probably a couple from here. Oh, and he's got 2. I would say 2 is probably enough because he's on damage actually to Magia and Woxic. M4 recovered, but they're both tagged down a little and the rotations will already be in. 3v3, there is a chance here, but it's a glimmer of hope. They only have 1 nade and no other utility.
Wicadia on the creep. Oh, the edge of the smoke could have worked for him there, but it didn't. He's just missed this opportunity, hasn't he? And Dupree sets himself up in a beautiful spot. He will get checked. Oh my goodness, and finished pretty cleanly.
Oh, no.
Sunpius got to be careful. Tag down low. 5-7, not enough for him. It's all going to be on Madden in the clutch. Great game out from this guy thus far. Wonderful spray down in the previous. Ooh, spotted the edge of the player there. Spotted the front of the player there. They're just trying to gather that information. They may well have seen him now. Is he in towards bridge or not? The answer is no. The peak's not coming Madden's way. They'll go for a double swing. And that's it, isn't it? The dink lands. He can't break past this generator. So he's just going to try and deny guns away if he can. They are coming his way. Katie are going for the AWP. He just doesn't want to give it at all. Okay, so it was more of a super safe save rather than trying to grab those exits. Either way, Eternal Fire, half by round there, bread and butter will work.
Plenty of money available. And if Eternal Fire are to get out of this half with 5, I think they would take your hand off for that. That is unbelievable considering how good Falcons have looked. And Woxic, that's an all-important opening. Good spawn, uses it to the best of his ability, and gets the success toward Magisk.
Needs a couple here. Or at the very least, a quick one and escape. They're going to try and find a timing. Flash comes in. Oh, the leg. Not good enough. Yeah, Wicadia was there. Lovely little move. Even if the AWP finds the kill, he gets traded instantly, right? And that feels worth for Eternal Fire. So really great play. As it is, Falcons maybe even save early. Oh, Madden. Maybe not. Maybe Madden's got control here. Finds one. Gets a second. It's messy. He's in that flow through the smoke. Just like water, it's so beautiful, cuts them down. Major left to do it all, really. Calix on the other side of the map can't help this situation, so it becomes a completely different round now that he's alone. Clean find. Don't give him this, but my goodness, Falcons, what a recovery.
Incredible. Calix has a smoke, but there's just no way you can deal with both these players on this angle. Look at them, both holding it. Madden gets a quad kill, and my word, has he had impact in this game. He does have these maps sometimes, doesn't he, Madden, where he just absolutely pops off. And we're in a real possibility here that Eternal Fire could end an entire half of Counter-Strike without Xantares getting a singular kill. And that has to be a first, I'm convinced of it.
Oh, surely, man. Surely, or at least the first in such a long time. Magisk, Dupree, Snappy, all players in the past that have bested him have shut him down. May well be another case. Beautiful contact play round, though.
There we go.
Has been a few decent reads. You spoke it into existence as Xantares finds his only kill of this here first half. It may well be one of the biggest of the entire Eternal Fire T-side campaign. One goes down, 3 versus 3 on the retake now. Dupree moving fast. Falcons have got to close this gap.
Oh, I quite like that from Dupree. Making sure he swung with the incendiary, but it's not going to work, I don't think. Woxic holds the line, and Woxic, in that powerful position from Sandbags, gets 2 more. 4 is something for Eternal Fire, but they're going to need their stars to wake up a little bit more. Welcome back, guys and girls, and Eternal Fire, they've got lots of work to do on this CT side, and Falcons looks like they don't want to let off the gas whatsoever. Straight in toward B, this is very speedy. Katie on the Julies, we saw him do such great work with it yesterday, but he's so blind, and Sunpius is so far onto the site. Thankfully, Xantares is here, but he needs more, and is this his time to shine? He's back, ladies and gentlemen. Xantares has a chance to get a quad kill and finish off this pistol, but Magisk, still 86 HP, trying to play the angle on the corner of the building. Xantares pushing forward with Woxic right next to him. 2 OG duo from back in the day of Turkish Counter-Strike, but Xantares has to go for a reload with the duel. He's a full reload. He goes aggressive for it and finally gets it done. We wanted impact from the main man, and he's popped up immediately.
Damn indeed. Because, like, you know, that's a pretty aggressive decision, and this feels like it should be a pretty conservative team. So there you are. Not getting the AKs early. We'll see what the move is going to be then. They've got plenty of util, to work with. Maybe that's part of the idea. I'm not sure. Looking for a catch-up. Contact flashes in here. Moving fast on the execute. Eternal Fire not dropping anyone just yet, but there is an awful lot of potential. Madden nearly the double for him. Calix has to pull off the reload. They've given up the site. Calix trying to go forward to regain that control while he's on low HP. It is a mess over here right now. There's a flank coming in. They've got to act fast, and they know it. Sunpius has pretty much finished off too. Even with the flank, I think this one's over.
Look how low they all are, though. 27 HP, 24 HP, and 12 HP. But Dupree still somehow found a way to finish off Woxic. But the nade, it works out for Wicadia against Dupree, but there's no kit to pick up for Wicadia. You might just have to commit to a 10-second stick here. And because Sunpius is 12 HP, he's not even swinging this one. Wicadia is going to full stick with no smoke, a 10-second defuse, and Eternal Fire get away with murder.
But the flank not held for it gets a bit too chaotic for its own good, and Eternal Fire again. That's what they like. Down and dirty, gloves off. Really good stuff. And yeah, 10-second defuse to finish it. Why ever not? But creation here for the side of Falcons is the fact that they get that bomb down.
Dupree boosted up with the Galil on one side. Madden boosted up on the other side. They've already tried their hand toward B for attempt number 2, and actually Fire once again allowing them to get very deep toward the side, and it's costing them these duels. Madden 2 HP, but in comes the cavalry, all 3 down through window. And Snappy 52 HP will get taken down. Sunpius in the open, hits one more headshot, but not going to get the second. Woxic recovers it, and the fast rotation from Eternal Fire puts them now just 1 round behind. 21-7, Mr. Madden. looking to do more work. Eternal Fire trying to gauge what kind of buy they're up against, of course. They just won't know after what's gone before in this half thus far. And poor old Zantares. I think the rains, but it pours. Down to 7 HP on Sandbags. He's just not choosing to face. Why would you? When you've been put down that low, and there's no Molotov to remove him from that position, so he could have 4 players looking the wrong way here. Even though he's 7 HP, Zantares gets a 3-man spray down. But it's still a 1v1, by the way. Snappy's found 3 himself. And he has a 1v1 against his counterpart IGL, Mr. Madja.
He's having a little fake here, boys. He's having a little fake. The old classic, make loads of noise, running away, and then walk back the other way. It is going to work for the bomb plant. The one thing that Madja's got is the fact that, you know, he's playing in between both sites. It fully resets the game. So as much as Snappy's able to get the A-bomb site and plant, Madja is able to maybe outposition him as well. Oh, no! How has Madja found it? And that's a big one. That is a big one. You can feel it. They've all gone for the cheer as he stops for just a second. Thanks the gods up above, and will take the 8th round for Eternal Fire. Where is this game going, Falcons?
Oh, my word. This is delivering, though. It's delivering how I hoped it would. 3 smokes and 1 HE. It's going to be all down to individual duels and timings. And Calyx is ready for the mid-boost of Dupree. And where do Falcons even come back from here? Because lack of utility is really going to be that main issue. They managed to boost themselves up toward B stairs in an okay fashion. And I do need to be very ready for this. Madja goes down, and Madden creeps through the corner of that smoke. They're using that utility to the best of their ability, and that strategy actually works to perfection. Every single Eternal Fire player gets caught off guard pretty much.
They can bring those rounds out really well done. And as you say, catching them all off guard, you know, an actual sound strategy as well. Wicadia, not going to get checked. Oh, no, and a double comes in. Great little spot there for him to just eliminate a couple of rifles away.
Feels like it's an absolute masterstroke. A bit of tag by Magisk there in the Molotovs. That's information for Eternal Fire that they're all over ramp. How far they're up on ramp as well. Alert smoke to come through the goal for Snappy, but not get a spray back through, and Wicadia finds it with the AK. Zantares' nade somehow deals with some pious straight up as well. And Woxic, not necessarily needed to pick through that smoke, I don't feel. Thankfully, Zantares is a double headshot, and it gives Eternal Fire a 3v2. Bomb just goes down in time, and it's all Dupree in a clutch. Through the elevator smoke, straight into Madja. No worries, Madja was very aware of that possibility. And Eternal Fire will hit straight back, my friend.
Because Eternal Fire have just taken over, man. You know, we talked about 10-9. It is close. It is doable. It is this. It is that. But unfortunately, you've won 1 round in the second half out of what is 6 played, about 7. And maybe, unfortunately, it will stay as 1-1 round. Trade is there from Snappy, but too many bodies to get through, of course. 3 on 4 now for Eternal Fire.
Madden, though, I'm not sure. I mean, sure, they did somewhat clear out mid. So I understand why Zantares is pushing to maybe get some control even further, thinking that they're all done and dusted in that position. But pushing in a 4v3 is always something you feel like isn't advisable. Any man advantage, to be fair, unless you've got a teammate for support. And Falcons might be able to take advantage of that. Back into a 3 versus 3. Madja in mid. So Calyx here as well. And they managed to get a killer piece pretty nicely, to be fair. And it all ends up in a Wicadia Madden 1 versus 1. Wicadia top fragger for his team. Madden top fragger for his. It's the 2 main men about to do battle.
Oh, Madden goes in. Right next to each other here. Moving in. Not going to be able to find the head. That was close, though. That was close. If he was stood up, I think he goes down. But because he's crouched, maybe, as you say, it's sort of this logic they're trying to apply. This isn't their map pick, so they can maybe take a few liberties in that sense. You're testing things live, as it were. They have also become a little unlucky on a few of these clutch situations. The 50-50s going against them. It's another opener for the Ortho.
Yeah, so many of those 50-50 situations have gone against them. There have been... How many rounds has it gone down to 1v1? Is it like 3 or 4? I think all of them have gone Eternal Fire's way, pretty much.
Yeah.
So sometimes that's what life can be like in Counter-Strike. And look how deep Arcadia is in here. Surely you might get caught out. Yes, exactly what I thought. I thought he was about to readjust his crosshair to pre-aim that little Z connector underneath.
Not a lot, though. 2 smokes, 2 flashes. Well, sorry, rather, 4 flashes. Gonna get them rolling in. Nobody blinded by them apart from themselves, it feels like. What pick in for 2, nearly 3-man. Sunfires, though, trying to keep the level alive. There is this flank coming in. It's on pretty good timing, Madja. So ready. Will they consider it? Will they think of it? It doesn't look likely. Madja's gonna go down. All onto Sunpius. His location is known relatively well. Madja does not have to jump the gun. Sunpius looking to take the fight. Madja. Oh, and Madja stays alive again. Another moment. You can see it, can't you, in person? They're nice in there, high-fiving ahead of time. Eternal Fire really showing us what they can do given the chance. Yeah, no, it's good. Second half, especially this latter stage, especially. Aid is good. Magic's softened up. Ooh, Dupree, there he is, though. Pulling it back. In for the 2-piece. Madden to join him. Lovely team up here. And honestly, should just be the save. I mean, the money's not great for Eternal Fire. And the round is just sort of over. Again, they're so tagged up, but this time around, Eternal Fire not going to be able to capitalize.
Yeah, the round that looked like this earlier, it was Arcadia's flank with the MP9 that picked off a few low HP players. But there's a lot of reasons to save here for Eternal Fire, even though they've got kits in play. I think even if they knew the exact HPs of everyone, I think they'd save. Calvin needs to play a bit more aggressive on the exit to try and limit that money, but he only gets 1. And yeah, Eternal Fire, 12-9 becomes 12-10. The money they have, Alex is pretty much double eco, and so is Madja, but obviously he's saved.
It could come crashing down in an instant. The Falcons, they've worked so hard to get here. To this point, to this potential overtime. Madja with the refresh. Does that not feel a little deep? Maybe susceptible to a few boosts here or there, but maybe it's all part of the plan. He just creeps in. He goes, well, there's an opportunity here. I could find a frag, and indeed turns it into something positive.
Wow. Can't believe he actually uses that to his advantage. Snappy caught walking away. That's a tilter for Snappy, without a doubt. Especially in round 24. And as it's an MP9. Falcons have a lot of progress toward A, though. A lot of progress. And they might catch Eternal Fire in the progress of taking control toward A. It's a 2-for-2 across the map. It retains Eternal Fire's 1-man advantage. Sumpire still here. All 3 now here, of course, because they know what Falcons' plans were. Bomb dropped in the open. You could see Sumpire's looking at it. And as soon as he looks away, that is when Woxic pounces. It's all Magis. He's peeking into 3 players. And at the last time of asking Eternal Fire, get over the line. Very entertaining map. So many 2v2s. They have started to play a lot cleaner Counter-Strike, though, and, you know, gelling together, you know, people say, oh, how long do Falcons, you know, let this sort of thing continue? We'll have to see what happens in 2025, that's for sure, but currently, things are progressing, and they're progressing down Canal on this pistol round very much, and that's a lovely tap from Dupree. Catches the timing on the shot on Woxic, and Xantares down to Magisk 2. And with Calyx falling, this Eternal Fire pistol has been pretty much stopped before it's even started.
No, it is very true, sir. Nice little bit of distraction from Madja, trying to, yeah, just pull in a few kills. Oh, he's not expecting the second man in behind. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's unfortunate. He should have had 2 there. Arcadia, he's going to get the 2, though. Maybe we're on for a bit of something. The bomb needs recovering, and they know that, but the pistol rounds, man, can spin so fast. Can go bang, and he drops 2, right? Really scary prospect. Flash goes in. can't find the heads. You feel like at this point he's had enough opportunities that eventually 3v1, they're going to find the heads, or not even just spam him down as you see here. So not looking good. Another angle to contend with now. A very drawn-out fight at the canals, just because it is so long and really hard to peek into multiple here. Always winnable, he feels. Ooh, one more of those, and maybe we're on. He's so low, but he's brought it into the 1v1, and Pius has to give the position up. Not a lot of damage required, but it's only a headshot that Wicadia needs. Oh, he crosses under. Is he going to drop here? He's going to take the risk, but Wicadia makes it past. He's not got a lot of time to get this bomb down. The chase is on from Pius, but he does give it up for a second. A nice safe plant. Wicadia gets his USP out, but not quite in time. It just about works for Falcons.
Just about would be right. There will be certainly some nerves there on Pius that an unlosable situation has suddenly become losable. And to be fair to Wicadia, he does absolutely everything right. Backing away, dropping down, trying to stop Wicadia from getting that plant. In the end, the fact that Wicadia does get 4 kills and that plant means that I have an AK, 2 of them make that, and the Galil in the following round. And even though Madden does so much damage, they're just completely overrun the site.
Nasty, nasty. Snappy on the edge of the smoke here. Does manage to drop one, but he's traded quick. And they needed him to stay alive, particularly with these low HP bars, right? He could have mowed through a couple more. It's unfortunately a universe that we're not going to get to see at all. Magic's and Pius just saving here. Magic. Ooh, a little dangerous. I think he saw that player on the minimap as the smoke was starting to dissipate. So somewhat panicked smoke. Really, really important round here. Spot coming in. Dupree at range on the MP9. Fair play. Smoke, nade doesn't quite make it. Round the corner. Thought he'd try and go for it. Didn't want to give himself away in the same vein. Man advantage really important here for the Falcons. There's still a minute remaining. Snappy, though, has got himself in behind, but then there's one behind him, sort of. It's all a sense of timing. They're watching for him. God, this is a mess. Calix gets the kill. Brings it back to evens. Down goes Dupree. Down goes Madden. And all of a sudden, a round has opened up. Eternal Fire's patience pays off. Magic's nothing he can do.
Wicadia is just so good, man. He's just so good. His first bullet accuracy is sometimes just completely unmatched. Magic's actually... There's a world in which he goes for this. I wouldn't be surprised if he does, because it's the Force by Walls, of course. He's got a kit. And Woxic is a long, long way away. Wicadia, I mean, he's ready in case things go down. Let's just see. Magic's wandering up. Wicadia will give it a look one more time. Is Magic's waiting for sound? He absolutely is. He's going to get the kill. Can he just get the defuse right now? He could have. But he's going to go straight in for the kills, I think. Okay. Maybe he didn't know how far away Woxic was. Because I reckon if he just holds the bomb there, Woxic might only just get there in time.
So, it's not doom and gloom. And both of these teams in form and are indeed warm. But that's because they're playing at a LAN at the moment, so it's a big old ask, isn't it, you know, to keep it up for game on game on game on game, and it felt like Eternal Fire were the fatigued ones, and then out of nowhere, they get the second win. Yeah, no, it's so wild how it goes in these types of games when you are fatigued, but then all of a sudden, you remember you're a professional Counter-Strike player, you remember you're Zuntares. Clean find. All the trade back there from Madden, but he will be forced off for now. I like the idea. Snappy, unfortunately, does get mollied out. Felt like Madden, you know, was conceding to bait them in and allow Snappy to do something that they are playing for all different avenues of the setup. Really well played from Eternal Fire to just cover all their bases. Okay. 40 seconds left on the clock. It has been a slow-moving round. We've had a tag from North. That's about it. Burst through the smoke, guys. Dangerous. Very dangerous. Team damage coming in there. Magic will hold the lurking presence, but this still does not look bad. If Magic goes down here, which he will, he's not considering the side swipe at all. That's an AK to Madden. He's got armor. Madden's got to find this kill. He doesn't. It's a 1v1 or via Some Pius not quite fast enough. Didn't quite lock it in. Woxic rolls around and baits him in. Knows he may well have been seen. So
Moxic did really well to react to the player jumping in behind him as well in Canal. Before he had to help his teammate. Thankfully, Wicadia got the kill in the meantime. Moxic will actually just take a straight heads-up duel in the second time in a row. And once again, best umpire. So Moxic kind of owning him right now.
Maybe just a little, my guy. Magisk. Creeping. Looking. Gagging for this first kill. Falcons are in Struggle City right now. Zantares gets another. Oy, Magisk got the angle against the rifle. The AWP's a bit quicker to move off rather than dedicating to the fight. So it is a tag, but tag ain't going to cut it, man. You need these kills if you want to keep this dream alive. Magisk desperately trying. Strong sight anchor, and he will indeed find one, but again, not going to be enough. There is a Madden in the mixture. Confident move there from Wicadia, but it is the problem towards mid is that Dupree is locked down. He just cannot move anywhere, so this one's over.
Yeah, Madden has a path to exit as well, so he'll try that. That is what he'll do. Try to fall down there without making a sound, but misjudges it slightly. And yeah, that's again just a really good pathed round by Eternal Fire, playing it smartly. When Zantares was preparing to come through camera, I was just thinking about Magisk, like, one of the hardest things in CS to do, to worry about, you know, a main on Anubis, and have to worry about camera as well. Fire pre-molly toward the B side of the map, hoping that no one from Team Falcons will look to fight it, and they'd be right. Dupree has got plenty of utility, and Madden, of course, has a full belt as well, but Eternal Fire are going to go straight ahead of that, and that is just the Eternal Fire way, isn't it? Brute forcing their way into sight before Falcons seem like they're even ready, and that's most likely 8 already.
Really not happening, and yeah, dropping so many of these rounds. It's super simple stuff from Eternal Fire as well, and it maybe just speaks to a level of advancement from this team.
Confidence in their decisions as well. Like, they know they have the individual ability just to pop themselves into sites like that, and it's worked once already.
He dishes out the damage. They're doing such a good job on the Eternal Fire side of like gathering info but not giving kills away, you know, like it's never too far around the corner. They might take a few shots, but they're not going down. Really smart play in that.
Does answer back. Zantares down. And it's obviously, I think it has to be said, don't get me wrong, Zantares had a very good recovery in the second half of Vertigo. But for about a half, maybe a half on each map thus far, he's been pretty absent. And Eternal Fire is still performing really well to a really good standard. So it's, you know, Turkish Counter-Strike is plainly just not all Zantares and Moxic anymore. Like, it's hugely promising. Wicadia coming through. I'll get back to that point in a second because Captain's getting his way. Oh, Dupree's not peeking. He's not taking the initiative. 8 seconds. He's trying to buy time for rotations, but none of it's working. Wicadia finds another as Magisk tries to force his way forward. Some Pius' rotation is deleted. And everything that could go wrong for Falcons has been seeming to go wrong. Or made it through the close qualifier, I should say, to get to the RMR 3-0. Jota being their top-rated player from, of course, Eternal Fire's Academy. Xfloud, former Eternal Fire player. It's great to see these guys thriving, to be honest. I'm you know, obviously after following some of these guys' career, especially with Wicadia and Xfloud at the beginning, you almost feel proud of them. And Eternal Fire are going to feel proud of everything on this Anubis thus far. Nothing. Wait. Oh, Madden thought Zantares saw him. 3 kills back in response immediately, though. Thankfully, Trigger Discipline works out, and we're back into a 2v2 out of nowhere.
Okay, could be a bit of something here for the Falcons. Some Pius is low on B. Give us one, man. Oh, the smoke down. It's not quite perfect. However, he's not fast enough to react. Trying his damnedest here to just keep it going. Madden, though, will use him as a distraction. USP is out. The kill comes in. They couldn't finish him. They played a bit nervous. They played a bit scary, I think, not knowing that Some Pius was so low, right? Just run into him force that shot out and spam him down.
That was frustrating for Eternal Fire, and they get the 2 entries again, basically just down to, again, brute forcing it. Brute forcing the entries and playing it as a group, as a duo. Make it look really solid, and then Madden actually plays a bit of a blinder, to be fair to him. Behind the sight, plays a trigger discipline, almost getting caught out by the fact that he thought that Xantares had seen him, even though that came through. Pius got his kill on the other side of the map, and Madden makes a very good job. And talking of good jobs, well, Snappy, that is amazing to get 2 with the MP9 from that position. Instant headshots on both those 2 kills to make them a little bit more comfortable, and then Dupree completely destroys Wicadia. So it's a small rebuttal from Falcons at the end of this first half. It's something to work with, but as we discussed a little bit early on, my friend, I think 3 might not be enough. Calix is in a 1v5 and about to be flanked by Snappy, I would imagine. Calm burst for Snappy, there it is. And it is the 3 for Falcons, but it's a long, long way back. See you after the break.
A set of rules you can follow to find the pistol round as consistently as ever. So we'll see. Fully fledged execute from Falcons, though. This is one of the good ways of bringing it in your favor. There's 4 on this B-bomb site, though.
As we saw what he did with the dualies on the CT pistol on the previous map, he set up. Wicadia's here as well, and I gotta say that the duo of Xantares and Wicadia, when they get those dualies in play, just feels absolutely impenetrable sometimes on these pistol rounds. It's feels like a lost cause for Madden, and it most likely is, I would say. We'll remind you guys, it's not all doom and gloom for Falcons. No, 1, they've still had good form recently. And 2, they will drop down to into that consolidation final tomorrow. In the end, Eternal Fire just use the movement of the MP9s to their ability, best of their ability. Works out nicely. And this setup for Eternal Fire on A. Oh, Wicadia is pushing forward. That will not be in a good timing. It's behind the enemy. And Magis will get the entry. Calix only goes 1 for 1, and they know that Woxic is behind the site, but they still can't remove him. He finds 2. Xantares on the opposite side of the map took Madden. Now Snappy is left wondering where all his teammates have gone. It's a lovely tap on Woxic, but Xantares was directly above him. And Eternal Fire are cruising to IEM Rio right now. Who cares?
Damned if you do, damned if you don't, mate. That's the nice way of putting it, right? There's a certain swear word we could use, I'm sure, that describes the situation pretty well. You all know what I'm thinking. And it is the case for Falcons. First kill comes round from Pius. A wide berth execute here. Could work for them, but only the Mac 10s. Once these smokes go down, all will be revealed, and you've got a pretty short rifle to work with. Barrel not going to help you out. But if they run into you, that definitely helps. 4v2 before the bomb even gets planted. An all over the place kind of start to the round, but it looks good for Eternal Fire. They tried some mid-aggression. They lay down some early nadage to remove the opportunity from Falcons. So it is now a full-on recovery to keep this one alive.
4v5. So in position near Canal, but look how many players are here for Eternal Fire. And that nade might be a slam dunk. There we go. Dupree down. Xantares back to a positive KD once again. Snappy working his way forward, but they're going to need to find a kill from somewhere. Calix will go down in the end to Madden. And that actually going to force... Oh my god. If there's anything that sums up the game for Falcons, it might be that. That is a freebie for Snappy that he's let slip. Wicadia's had a wonderful game. And he's just caught Snappy with his pants down. 12-5, 30 seconds. Madden and Pius, 2 versus 3. The setup for Eternal Fire is good toward B as well. Madden will finally make the decision. Xantares holding the angle, holding both angles actually, while... Actually, is that a disconnection I'm seeing there? Because there are 2 Yes, it is a disconnection. There are 2 Xantareses on the little icons on the left there, and it's one of those bugs where the outline of the player is still on the server. That's why Xantares was looking at it for multiple times. I wondered if there was disconnection, but I just didn't see the gun on the floor.
Slow roll here. Both teams so tentative. You know, this whole situation, this whole game's been put in a weird place because of this disconnection in what felt like the end. Flash comes in. It's perfect. They're a little bit on top of each other, though. Not the most coordinated roll, and the one man on the anti-flash gets them both. Calyx caught out in the open. Eternal Fire felt the need to make a play. Did they? Did they? You know, it's the tough part where they didn't realize, I think, so many players on the other end of Dark is the thing. If they'd sat there, I think their setup would have looked a hell of a lot better, actually, because of the amount of players coming around the other way. It's a shame, but yeah, I think they were hoping to get a flash and maybe find one or two, and they discovered, like, the entire team.
Yeah. Eternal Fire taking a while to close this out. I won't get too excited until Falcons reach 10, I would say. But they're getting pretty close. And maybe that disconnection when they were on the edge of victory has frustrated them slightly. Going to take as much care in these rounds for Falcons as you would against any sort of normal eco or normal gun round. Woxic still in play. They'll know that from the exit kills Woxic got in the previous round. And Woxic's going to try and force his way forward. The back of the circuit, though. Oh, my guy is screwed. See you next round, son. Perfect utility usage from Falcons. Remove that possibility. It would be frustrating for Woxic. And he finally got himself into a position to maybe do something with it. But hang on. Katie is still here. It's only one. Calyx is still here. It's one with the help of Xantares. MP9 in play. Okay. Falcons managed to deal with it. It's Maja 1v2 with a 5-7. Unfortunately for him, I think he's a little bit too far away to make a big factor in this one.
Yeah, possible. He could get some good timing. They're taking their time. So he really could get some good timing, but I think they're very savvy. Oh, and he just gets in, doesn't he, as they bail. Orb retrieved. Kit is there. What a shot! He's not picked up the kit. That will change things slightly. He knows he's now in the thick of it. He's just got to work his way. He needs that kit, though, man. Yeah, he needs it just to make this happen. So we'll see. He's going to get the kit and then reapproach. Still not a lot of time. Some Pious is so far back that he could just hold. You know, a round like this, you think, he's probably not going to have a kit, actually. Gets off thanks to the flash. That might just be enough. Some Pious has played it well here. Does lose the fight. Wait. Is there enough on the defuse? There might just be enough.
He's got it.
There is, Trav. Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Some Pious, he'd done enough, but a panic, of course. Maybe a call comes in that says there was a kit, because he was playing that clutch like there wasn't one. And just a second, maybe half a second too early from Some Pious.